Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We are in Milano, in Italy. Mitch is flying out tonight, so I drop him off at the airport. We've been spending the last 4+ hours looking for a track. There's surprisingly a lot of tracks in Milano. I think we've been to 8 different tracks, all of them closed or abandoned with a huge fence around it, or not allowed to film in there.
Why?
So this is what we were able to find. It's the last track we wanted to visit, and as you can see, it's below standards in many ways, but who cares? We have to make it work, and I have to get the work done, so that's how it is. Let's get it. Today I do a standard session I've been doing for the last, I think, 6 weeks now. Evening session is 24x400, keeping it around LT2. So that means for me like around not above 3.6 in lactate. And then judged a little bit by feel and heart rate as well. For warm-up, especially a warm-up when you're not really feeling ready, and surprise, surprise, being a triathlete, you rarely feel ready for any session because you have such high workload. So what I've found working is 3K easy jog, easy warm-up. Then afterwards doing a little bit of maybe stretches, like engaging the glutes, stuff like that, and like leg swings, kind of what you feel for in the moment. Then do 4 to 6 times 100 meters pickups or strides. And then what I typically feel is like you get quite a lot looser and ready to go. So that's my warm-up tips.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done. Now I'ma let the champagne bottle pop. I'ma take it to the top. Show, I'ma make it hot, baby. I apply pressure to pussy, the stunt and I pop. Still the bum squeezing my pistol, I'm sure that I got it. Now Peter Piper, pick peppers, and run rock rhymes. I'm 50 Cent, I write a little bit, but I pop nines. Tell niggas get their money right, cause I got mine. When I'm around, quit playing, nigga, you can't shine.
So the first part of the racing calendar is kind of set. I'm gonna start my season at Challenge the Championship in Samarin. A really flat, fast course, really tough one as well. You saw Christian Høgenhaug like really killing it last year, and now it's my time. So that one is the rust buster, and then I'll have 70.3 Elsinore together with all of the other Danish guys. I think that's going to be the Danish Championships this year. And then, like the main event, the main card of the evening, Ironman Frankfurt the week after, because I want to start with a bang. So I think it's going to be 3 like really demanding races. Obviously, I've also done well on all 3 courses before, so yeah, I look forward to it. I think it's going to be a good season.
I ain't feeling how to teach lessons to slow learners. Go ahead, act up, get smacked in the head with the burner. I don't fight fair. I'm dirty. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, nigga, you heard me. When the street lights come on, niggas blasting nines. Get locked up, then read books to pass the time. And the game is ups and downs, so I stay on their mind. Niggas on my dick more than my bitch, I stay on their mind. There ain't nothing they can do to stop my shine. This is God's plan, homie. This ain't mine. I play the music loud, so grandpa called me a nuisance. And grandma always gotta throw her 2 cents. I'm the dropout, I made more money than his teachers. Ruthless like the coupe, but I come with more features. I am what I am. You can like it or love it. It feels good.
There's a huge amount of gains, but you know, I can see I do quite a lot of the same sessions or I basically do the same sessions every week. That's been good for my mental state and everything. So I've just kept on doing that, and then I can see paces, heart rate, lactate, and all that. It's going in the right direction. So I'm actually really happy with that, and it is also it is nice to do the same setup every week. I feel like I can really like master my kind of setup and my training plan and do the recovery side as good as my training plan. And obviously week to week there's a whole lot of small tweaks on the nutrition and on sleep and on all the things around the training I can tweak and do better. So that's a pretty nice way of doing it at the moment.
And do you already know what your shoe choice is going to be for the first race?
No idea. I think obviously I'm wearing a lot of different models to both test out, but also because I have a lot of shoes and I don't have any shoe sponsor. So it's just about also using all the shoes I actually have on hand. I've been really happy with the Milan Edge actually, and then I also wanted to test out the Paris edition for shorter reps, and I felt like they're pretty good at track stuff and tempo work. So I've been happy with that. Other shoes I've used, I do some 6 minute efforts as well around LT1, mostly on treadmills, but also sometimes on outside treadmills to control conditions. And there I've used the New Balance Elite quite a lot. I like those because they're very stable and they're good on the treadmill. I've also used the Magic Speed from Asics. They're also quite good. It was the old edition, and I feel like there's quite a lot of feedback in the shoe actually. Not having like obviously the ultra carbon plated feeling as you get in these, but still quite a lot of bounce. And for the outside work, for longer stuff, I've used the Alphafly, the 3s, because I love those shoes. And I really feel like the work I've done in the gym have helped me controlling the shoe as well and get the most out of the foam. And I don't think I was actually able to get the most out of the shoe a couple of years ago when I really used it for a lot of races. So that's something I can see in the data you can get from the Corox, from the parts and from the stride sensor, that reaction time, what's it called, like bounce. So how much time ground time basically. So how much time you have on the surface on land and how much flying time you have and all kinds of stuff. So it is, every shoe is kind of up in the air, and 1 week I'm in love with the Alphafly and 1 week I'm in love with the Metasky. So it is like a bit also on how I feel my running is going into the race. But it is really nice to have a very broad variety of shoe choices, because then I can also, a lot of shoes are so equal at the moment. It's not like some years ago where Nike was the only brand you could basically wear. Now there's so many brands who are really at a top level. So it is cool to just be able to choose.
Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let that thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable. With your phone out, gotta hit them angles. With your phone out, snapping like you Fable. And you showing off, but it's alright. And you showing off, but it's alright. It's a short life, yeah. That's a real one in your reflection. Without a follow, without a mention. You really piping up on these niggas. You gotta be nice face for what to these niggas? I understand. You got 100 bands, you got a baby bands, you got some bad friends. High school pics, you was even bad then. You ain't stressing off no lover in the past tense. You already had them. Work at 8 a.m., finish round 5. Post talk down, you don't see them outside. Yeah, they don't really be the same offline. You know dog days.
Really didn't feel like it. We got shit done. That was good. So after last season, I had a sit down with Philip Saib about the coaching situation and the mental aspect of it. I struggled quite a lot with depression and, you know, a lot of mental stuff the last couple of years, and I didn't feel like I really fitted in the kind of system that Philip did. And Philip didn't feel like I kind of, fitted either. So we decided that instead of being a coach athlete, it would be more of a friendly relationship. Right now, I'm coaching myself because I want to have space and time to get better mentally and make the decision I want to make in terms of, first of all, allowing myself to take the time needed to get better and take it step by step, the way I want to do it and the way I believe in. So that's what I'm doing right now. Obviously it's tough because it's also a lot of stuff I have to work on that requires a lot of energy outside of sports, but I think it's important, and I can feel it's really important as well to do that. And if you want to hear more about that whole thing, then I did a really good podcast with Jack Kelly, Triathlete Hour, where we talk things through, and I'd recommend go listen to that one. Not because I'm on it, but because I actually feel like it's pretty important to talk about mental health in elite sports. And I think from what I can see on people writing me, DMing me and stuff, there's a whole lot more athletes and people out there who relate to the shit I try to communicate on that podcast. So that was really cool, and thanks a lot for all the messages. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. But right now I'm back on track to just take it step by step. Main focus for this season is Kona. I want to do really well, and I want to take the necessary steps to have as good as possible condition and performance in Kona. While I obviously also have other big goals during the season, not only the races, the 3 races I've shared with you guys, but also after those. So I'm really stoked for what's to come, not only this year but also the coming years. I think. There's a whole lot of things I want to accomplish and I want to do. So I identify as an extreme athlete now, not only a triathlete. I can say that. And I just I'm here to win.
Up until the race, what can we expect you to be doing, and what does your life look like?
Leading into the race, obviously I have the Challenge Championships, but also like the summer events. I'd say that's like A races, Elsinore and Frankfurt in my book. Until then, I'm just gonna live like a monk. I'm gonna train day in, day out, vlog a lot from the lifestyle. I'm gonna enjoy my life. I'm gonna enjoy the process I'm doing and all the shit I believe in. I'm gonna do a whole lot of threshold work on the run, a lot of VO2 max work on the bike, and send it on the swim. Yeah, you're gonna see a whole lot more of ski mountaineering because it's the most underrated sport in the world. Maybe also some cross country, even though Vasaloppet, that was kind of the end of my career in classics. Classic cross country. I'm going to try to share as much as possible, but I also want to take the time to get better long term. I don't want to push it out just just for the sake of it. There also have to be a meaning behind it. And then from now on, I'm once in a while going to put together a small piece for the YouTube, a good old vlog, just to give you guys some more insight on the day-to-day life, on the daily sessions, and all deep thoughts around it. I think that would be pretty cool to connect a bit more with the community and you guys as well. So now I have to get Mitch to the airport. We have to put the car on sport because he's late. See you all around, and take care. Ciao. Chat, is that a rat, or what kind of animal is that? Mitch, behind you! Oh, that's good.